Hi there, Scorpio. Thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 14th of September. Your long-term future is very much showcased by current influences. Last week's solar eclipse in Virgo, brilliant for really embracing what you want to do with the long term. It also forged a great link with your co-ruler of Mars. So the higher you aim, even around your professional hopes, the further you can go. But this week also sees Jupiter in this area being challenged by Neptune. Now this is one of those influences which can be very sweet, but also very tricky. The sweet side of it is that you could spend time with friends or even a partner, and if you are embracing the arts or doing really pleasurable stuff, it can be very, very nice indeed, especially if there aren't any other cloying restrictions or demands upon you. However, it's not so good if we're trying to exist in a more realistic situation, because Neptune distorts facts and Jupiter expands and sometimes exaggerates the reality. So when they're in opposition, it's possible that you could meet someone this week who just seems to be the real deal, and you could fall under the spell of this individual or this group of people. But just keep a little bit of a reservation there. Get to know this person or this situation a little more before you make a binding decision on how you feel. But Mercury is also set to be very influential this week, just like it was last time. In fact, it repeats the same influences of last week, forging a great link to Venus, forging a challenging one to your other co-ruler of Pluto. And it's possible that there could be some conversations going around this week that can jolt great on your senses. I would keep anything confidential firmly under your hat. Don't be tempted to open up to anyone and let anything slip that you have been told to keep quiet about. Even if you do it inadvertently, it could be seized upon by somebody and used against you. But someone could challenge you with a part of your nature or attitudes that you're not particularly aware of. In terms of friendships or your future, trust and sincerity will always be more important than the number of people we know. And with Mercury starting to track backwards from Thursday in a retrograde, this can be borne out even more. Despite this sociable flourish that the heavens have generated, it really wouldn't be a surprise if there were times when you just wanted to cocoon yourself away. So it really isn't the quantity, it is the quality. And therefore that square with Pluto just says to you, if there are people you don't feel so at ease with, your gut instinct is you can't really be so much yourself, well, listen to that and spend the energy that you do have with the people that you know really care about you. Now Saturn is going to be moving out of your sign on Friday, and this is definitely something to celebrate. But I don't want to be trite about this, because sometimes Saturn is portrayed when it's working its way through our own zodiac sign as being a desperately difficult thing, and then once it moves on, everything is going to be wonderful. Astrology just isn't as simple as that. Wherever Saturn is, it will have an impact. Of course, this depends on our natal horoscope more than just our zodiac sign, but in simplistic terms, it has been asking you over the last 2.5 years some big questions. Your energy may have taken a battering, you may have had to prioritise on what's really been important, narrow your focus, but you're probably a lot wiser. And now it's moving back into Sagittarius where it was earlier this year. This is an opportunity for you to grapple with your resources. It probably isn't going to be easy. Over the next 2.25 years, there may be times when you really find yourself having to be much more cautious in how you marshal your resources. But it's the everyday stuff that Saturn's asking you to look at. But it could have an impact on your self-belief, your own self-worth as well. So that is something to be conscious of. It's not just about loot, it's also about how you feel about yourself. And some questions can be asked there. But if you work at it, when you emerge from this period, you can feel much better about yourself, much more self-confident, and your financial situation can be much more stable. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck, and goodbye for now.